Yep. Hi everyone. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Uh, Good evening, Tushar. Hello, Vikram. Good evening, Priyanka. Faizan. Hello, Aman. Hello. 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 Hello, Grish. Hello, Grish. How are you all? Uh, Hello. 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 Please join in fast. We're about to start the session. Hello, Pavan. Sir, you didn't share the. Oh, Jatin, I totally forgot about it. I'll share it today. I'll share the code today as well, and yesterday's presentation and code I'll also share today, right? Acha, is my voice, first of all, is my voice and my audio, is my voice and my video clear? Can anyone confirm? Uh, yep. Hi, Seturaj. Hello, Sahin. Can anyone confirm is my audio and video both properly, are they correct? Am I visible and am I audible properly? Okay, better than tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Tushar says better than tomorrow. Swetha, yes, sir. Naveen, yes. Seturaj, clear. Okay. Hi, Utpal. Hi. All right. All right. All right. So, yeah. Any doubts from tomorrow's? Sorry, yesterday's session. Any doubts? Any doubts from yesterday's session? Yesterday, we covered the basics of JavaScript, right? Uh, Yesterday we covered the basics of JavaScript. So, any doubts from the previous lecture? Anything you were not clear of? In the meanwhile, people are joining. Let's give 5 minutes for doubts, and then we'll continue with today's topics. What type of JavaScript you are teaching? So, Naveen, I'm teaching functional JavaScript for now. I'm not teaching object oriented because it's not used now in the industries that much. So, we are continuing with the functional JavaScript. Please provide the link of the previous video. So, top gear. So, these sessions are recorded on YouTube, right? So head over to LetsUpgrade YouTube channel and go to the JavaScript playlist, and there you'll find all the recordings, just like you find any other video on YouTube. Sorry, sir. Yesterday I missed last 30 minutes. Have urgent call, so have to attend that. No issues. But guys, just give me a second. I'm receiving an important call. Just a second. All right. Okay. Yep. Any doubts from the previous session? Yep. In the meanwhile, we'll go and we'll see what all we did yesterday, right? If you're not there. Last 30 minutes, we covered, what did we do? Let me see. I think we covered, so we covered arrays in the last part. We covered some functions of arrays, like the push method, pop method, and things like that. And after that, we covered the concatenation method. So if you are not sure about the concatenation method, push method, pop method in arrays, you can uh, refer to the previous video, which was taught yesterday, and you can see that. If any doubts, you can let me know, right? And we covered after where we we covered some data types as well, and that's all. We covered objects, and then we jumped on to arrays, right? चलो ठीक है. So ठीक है. ठीक है. So no doubts. Shall we continue ahead with today's topics, fresh topics? If there are no doubts, no issues, Utpal. No issues. No issues. ठीक है. Shall we continue? No doubts. Shall we continue? for today's topic. So what all we have got covered today. So we'll try to cover all these things, right? First, we'll be doing how do you link your external CSS, right? So, acha, the font size, right? Let me change the font style a bit. I think it was creating some issue yesterday, right? So let me change the font style and do let me know if it is suiting you or not. So, yeah, this is font one, and I think I have a font here as well. This, acha. So I think this font is better than the previous one, right? So let's continue with this font if I'm not wrong, right? Is it fine, this font? Right. So assignments will be posted, I think after the session ends or at the end of the session. Check after that. Font size good now, make one big. Okay, is this better? I think this is the maximum font size I have. I think I need to increase this if I want. Is it better now? Okay, okay. So those of you who are having issues with the font size, I think now that will not be an issue, right? Yeah, Grishma, the session will be of 2 hours. Okay, better. ठीक है, great size, best. चलो ठीक है, best है तो let's start. ठीक है. So we'll be continuing with today's session. So first we'll be doing how do you link your JS, ठीक है, in the HTML file, the HTML file. All right. After that, we'll be studying more about objects, how to create objects, ठीक है, ठीक है. And after that we'll be studying about conditions, right? CONDITIONS, conditions. So there are many types of conditions. First we'll be doing if else condition. I hope most of you must be aware of it, right? If else, we have if else, then we after that we after conditions we have operators, right? We'll be doing operators. We'll be doing operators, and it will cover each and every type of operator. So starting with the divide, then plus, then minus, and things like that, right? Each and every operator will be covered, right? So this is what we have for today, and double equal to and triple equal to. This is the most important and the crucial part, right? So make sure to listen very carefully when this topic comes up, because this is asked many times in the interview as well. All right. And after that, we also have one thing that is called a ternary operator. Ternary, ternary operator. That is called a ternary operator. Okay. And we have something called as and or as well. All right. So these are the topics that I have planned for now. And after that, if time allows, we'll be covering and going ahead with the functions. Okay. This will be the main flow of the lectures, functions. ठीक है, चलो, ठीक है, चलो. Coming to the first topic, how do you link your JS into your HTML file, right? In the meanwhile, before I tell that, does anyone have any idea how do we do this? How do we link a JS file in the HTML file? Let's suppose I have an HTML. We know how we link a CSS, right? We use a link tag for that. Link, rel style sheet, and href. We give the file of the name. But what if I want to link my JS file? Anyone has got any idea how do we link our JS file? Can I have something in the chat box at least? Okay. Hellfire says script tag with src attribute. I've got an answer from Kanav. I've got an answer from Utpal Patel. Okay, easiest way says script src is equal to link. Anyone else? Good evening, Prajapati. Anyone else got any other answer? Link tag. No, Harshad, we don't use link tag for scripting. We use link tag for linking, right? Linking a CSS. Okay. No. Acha, I think many of you are confused between link tag and script tag. Okay, any other answers? Okay, so my question is how do we link our JS file, not our HTML file? How do we link our JS file? ठीक है? Okay, चलो ठीक है. Let me show you first with the help of an example. Yep, I meant external. Yep, I meant external. Okay. Let me first show you with the help of an example. Okay. So let me just make a file. Let's suppose day2.html. This is my simple HTML file. I hope everyone knows how to create an HTML file with the extension. And this right here, I have day2.js, right? This is the JS file that I have. All right. So first, I'll be just creating a boilerplate, and I'll say day2, right? Day2, and here I'll just mention day2 bootcamp, right? Day2 bootcamp. So this is what I have in the HTML file. Now. So I want that if whatever input I type here, whatever functions I type here, right? That should be able to interact with my HTML file. Similar, just like how you do with your CSS, right? If I want to add some CSS into my HTML file, how do I do it? I just have a link tag, right? I use a link tag in the head section, just like this, link CSS, and here I provide the name of the file that I want to link. Similarly, you have an option to link the JS file as well. Okay, but there is a difference. You always provide the link tag inside the header file, inside this head file, head tag, sorry, right? But you provide the script tag. You provide the script tag in the body section. How to do it? This is the not this one. This is our internal one. How to do it? You do it like script src. Script src means source, and here you provide the name of the file. In this case, it is day2.js. Okay. So what does this file mean? What does it mean? Okay. So here I have this code, right? I have this code. Okay. So what exactly does it mean, right? This here stands for script, because JavaScript is a script file that I have. So this is a script file, right? And this is the source. src means source. That I need to give some source, right? I need to tell my HTML that this is the exact file that I want. So that is the source file. Source file. Okay. And as simple as that. If you are if you write this statement in the HTML file, your JavaScript is successfully linked. You don't need to do anything else, right? So, but this is one way of doing it. Yep, Jord, I'm coming to your question, right? I'm coming to your question. So this is one way of doing it. If we want, we can also write the same script file in the header tag. But the difference here will be, acha, before I tell that, does anyone know if I script my file, JS file, in the header section, which extra keyword I need to give so that it works normally without giving any error, right? Can anyone tell me, if I write the script tag inside the body section, which extra keyword do I need to give so that it works properly fine? No, Arpit, no. Anyone else apart from Arpit? Does anyone know? This is for sure. This is for sure. We cannot add JS file in our head, but we can with a specific keyword. And I got the first answer, and that answer has been given by, I'll tell the name afterwards so that you don't copy the answer, but there's a specific keyword for that. Okay. ठीक है. Yes. As correctly, yes, as correctly said by some of you, if we want to script, if we want to script our file in the header section, we use a keyword, and that keyword is called defer. Acha. Before that, you cannot see you cannot add a script file in the head section. There's a reason for that, because if you do it here, right? If you do it here, because see, what does JS do? JS has to access your DOM tree. For those of you who don't know DOM tree, just ignore it for now. But just for now, just remember that it is a structure that JS uses, right? JS uses for its execution. So uh, this file, right? This file will be executed here before the DOM has been rendered. So, right, what is happening here? I'm linking my JS, right? And I'm writing some code in the body section, right? So before my DOM tree is made, I'm trying to access this file. So it will not work properly. That is the reason why we do not add a script tag in the header section. But if we attach this defer keyword, right? If we use this defer keyword, it is same as attaching it in the body section. So defer is an English word, right? I'll show you the meaning. I'll show you the meaning. What does it mean? Defer meaning. Okay. Defer means to leave something until a later time. Okay. With the help of this keyword, what will happen is you will script your SRC, right? But it will not be loaded. It will be loaded once your body section has been loaded. As simple as that. So it is the same as attaching here or attaching here. It is the same thing. But if you do not write this defer keyword, then it will give problem. Then it will give problem. So that is the only reason. That is the only reason we script our file in the header section. Why? Because it needs to be loaded after the DOM has been loaded. There's a structure called a DOM tree that is needed by JS. For those of you who don't know, just ignore. Just remember that it is a structure that is used by JS, right? If I do it here, all the files will be loaded before the JS. So that means it will not work properly. But if I add this keyword, all the files will be loaded after my body has been loaded and after my DOM has been loaded. All right. Clear why? What is the use of defer? Is it clear? Why do we use defer, and why do we use, if we are not using defer, why do we have to use it in the script file? Right? Is it clear? Right? So if I want, I can. So let's use it here only with the defer keyword. Clear on defer, right? Clear on defer. And anyone else? Naveen is. What about others? Clear? Nitin, clear? Nitin, is it clear? What about others? No, मतलब doubt है या फिर clear? Are there any doubts? No, or is it clear? Then type yes if it is clear. No doubts, right? Type yes, it is clear. चलो ठीक है. I'm assuming it's clear. चलो ठीक है. Now, got it. Doubt. Which? बताओ क्या doubt है? बताओ क्या doubt है? Okay. Girish clear. YouTube short सब clear. नरेंद्र clear. ठीक है. करम देखो कुछ नहीं है, सिंपल सा फंडा है. देखो या तो if the first reason is, the first thing is that you need to script your SRC file in the body section. But if you are doing it in the head section, you need to add this keyword. As simple as that. और कुछ नहीं सोचना. You don't have to think anything else. It's just that if you want to add a defer keyword, you just have to attach it in the head file. That's it. Head tag. That's it. Okay. Because if you will not use defer keyword, what will happen? What will happen? It will be executed first before your body section has been executed. That we don't want. We want it to be rendered, to be there after your body has been loaded. That's it. That is why we use the defer keyword. Nothing else. Okay. Now, after this has been rendered, so let's check whether it is showing the output or not, right? Yes, kind of, yes. ठीक है. Function same होगा body में, if you do it in the body section or if you do it in the head section. ठीक है. Now let's see. This is day 2 of bootcamp. ठीक है, देखते हैं क्या आता है. Let me go live and let's see whether we get it in the console or not. If we get it in the console, that means it has been rendered. Otherwise, if it is not. So I'm here in my console and I see that this is day 2 of the bootcamp. ठीक है. अच्छा, yesterday I told you, right, we need Node.js to run the files, to run the JS files. And I also told you that there is another way, that is the console. So I'll tell you now how do you run JS code in your console. So you just first open your inspect, you open your control center. You'll see many of the options here. Just ignore that for now. Just come on to console. Okay, and let me write some code. Let's suppose bar a equals to everything. Okay, and I will console dot log a. ठीक है. Now if I press enter, I get Ritik. ठीक है. That simply means that I'm able to run the code as well in the browser, in the console of my browser. ठीक है. Those of you who are not comfortable with Node, who think that it is creating some problem, this is an alternate. You can also add console. You can also prefer to run JS code on your console, but it is not recommended. Recommended in the sense, if you will work on large projects, Zoom browser page. Okay, okay. It is not recommended. Why it is not recommended? Because if you work on larger projects, company projects, they only use Node. Okay, they don't use console, because obviously you cannot make a project on your console, right? It will be very tedious and very hectic. You need a proper console for that. You need a proper compiler for that, and that is VS Code. Okay, okay, clear on this part. Now, sir, browser page is not available. Is it not visible, guys? The page is not visible. Is the page not visible, guys? Can anyone confirm? It's visible, right? Achha, you meant the inspect panel, right? So inspect panel mein, Shweta, see, there's one option, right click and click on inspect. This will open up, and the other way is click Control Shift and I. There's a shortcut, and if you do that, it will be visible. All right, ठीक है. चलो, ये तो हुआ. This was the scripting part. ठीक है. I hope everyone got the scripting part, right? ठीक है. Now, let me open it here. Okay. ठीक है. Now, this next thing that comes up is right. These are conditions. Okay. Or let's first come on to objects. Okay, objects. Yesterday we covered arrays, right? So today we'll be covering objects. What are objects? Why do we need objects? What is the use of objects and things like that. ठीक है. तो objects क्या होते हैं? Objects are a set of key value pairs in JavaScript. ठीक है. What are objects? Objects are nothing. They're just a set of key and value pairs. ठीक है. अब we'll come to the theory part later. Let me just open the browser. So let me just head over to my JS file. चलो, ठीक है. Now, how do we declare an object? So first, remember, how do we declare an array? We use a keyword called, we don't use any keyword, we just use the square brackets. So for objects, we do it like this. Const, you give the name of your object equals to, and you give curly brackets. Okay, it will expect two things. Okay, it will expect two things. First is the key. Key can be anything, and value can also be anything. Okay. Now, if I want to add another, so this is one set. I told you, right? It is a set of key and value pair. This is a one. This is one set. Similarly, let it be key one. Okay. Similarly, this is key two that has a value. Key two that has a value of value two. Okay. So this is one set. After that, we put a comma, and then we have another set of key and value pair. Okay. Then we have key 3. Its value is, it is giving an error. It is giving an error because I have not attached a comma. So make sure to add a comma at the end. So it is value 3. Right now, I'll quickly console obj. Okay, I'll quickly comment out this part. I'll come here. I'll open the browser. This is day 2, and here something like this. I have an object. Okay, key and value pair. What do I mean by key and value pair? That it has a key and it has a value. This is key on the left part, and this key has a particular value. That value is there on the right hand part. Okay, got it? Now, okay, and this also can have heterogeneous mixture. It can have an array, it can have a number, also it can have another object inside an object, right? Is it similar to dictionary? I am not sure about dictionary. Let me just, because I haven't, I'm not sure of, I haven't done Python. Let me just clear it for you. Object versus dictionary in Python. Let me see. I think they are same. That is why, because don't have any idea about Python. Object and dictionary, same thing. Those of you who know Python, I think they can answer this question more efficiently than me, right? The data stored in the form of key value pairs, right? This is an object or a dictionary. Yeah, I think they are more or less same. Objects and dictionaries are similar. The difference lies in semantics. I think that is the syntax, but I think the working of them is same. Suresh, okay, all right. Okay, I think Suresh knows Python, so he says that they are both are same, and you have the answer right here on the browser. They both are same, right? Got it. Okay. Chalo. Okay. So that was one part. Now, how do you access a key and how do you access a value? Let's suppose you want to access the value which is present at key 2. And how do you do that? You do it with the help of a dot operator. So I'll tell you. I'll just quickly comment this out. I'll do console. I'll do console.log. And now let's suppose I want obj dot. I do it with the dot keyword, right? Dot key 2. Now, as soon as I do this, only instead of the whole object being printed, I'll only get a particular key. I'll only get a particular value that is present at a particular key. In this case, I'll get the value which is present at key 2, that is value 2. Okay. Now let's see what do we have, and we have value 2. As simple as that. Yep, only key 2 will be printed. This is one way. Okay. There is another way. There is another way to do it. If I do console.log, just like we do it in arrays, right? Just like we access it in arrays. we'll also do it like this, of key 2, key 2. Okay, this also result in the same output. So if I come here, if I open this, uh, oh sorry, object.key2, right? Object.key2, obj.key2, right? Okay. Now if I come here, yep. Just give me a second to, yeah, let me clear this out and let me add a, okay. I'm not getting it. Node date, it is day 2, right? Day 2. I'm not able to access it. Chalo, let's see how do we access it, right? Let's see how do we access it. But for now, we have the dot operator. Let me see. I think I am missing some syntax. Obj. Yep, I'm doing the same thing. Obj.key2, right? Which mistake कर रहा हूँ क्या? Oh, I did not enclose it in the square brackets. My bad. Silly mistakes. Console.log. No. So you have to you have to enclose it in a square bracket rather than the round brackets, right? Obj of key 2. Okay, right? Now I have the value. So the mistake was you have to enclose it in a round bracket, and you don't have to use the dot operator here, right? Just like this. Okay, that is how we call a key pair. If you want to access a key pair, right? This is one way. Now. Okay. What is the difference? Can anyone tell me what is the difference? Can we use objects without class in JavaScript? So I'm not using any class here, right? I'm not using any class. I'm using functional JavaScript here. So obviously you can. Obviously you can then, right? Got it? Because I'm not using any classes. That's why it is called functional program, functional JavaScript. If I am using classes, then it will be object oriented things. Right? Chalo, ठीक है. Now let me just comment out this part. ठीक है. Right. Chalo. Now the thing that comes up here are conditions. Okay. So how do we declare them? How to declare objects? You type in a keyword called const, or you can type in var as well. That's the same thing. Chalo var कर लेते हैं. Var. You give the name, what should be the name of your object. Then you provide curly brackets. And here you mention the key and value. So key 1, let's suppose it is value 1. Okay. Key 2 is, let's suppose, value 2. And key 3 is value 3. Okay. This is a variable declaration, right? If I to tell, this is a variable. This is how we declare a variable. declaration. This here is nothing, it's just a name of the object. Okay, name of the object, and these are set of key and value pairs. So all these parts, all these things, they are nothing, just a set of key value, set of key value pairs. Okay, just a second. Right, yeah. So this is the syntax of it. And remember one thing also, remember one thing, that you have to add a comma at the end, right? This is very important. This is the mistake that most of the programmers make, that they don't have a comma, and that results in an error. Okay, you have to make sure to add a comma. Comma क्या होता है? After each ending key value pair, ठीक है, except the last one. Last one में if you don't put, it will work. Except the last one. Okay, you have to add a comma at each and every key value pair except the last one. So here if you don't put anything, it does not matter. Got it? Okay, I think I have some question. What if we want to print only keys? Acha, so if you want to only print, yeah, good question, good question. If you want to print only keys, right, there's a specific method for that. So this, I have an object with me, and I want to print object obj. Okay, so I'll simply console it. Console dot log, and here you present, you type first of all, type the name. What is the name of your object? That is obj. Then you present dot, then you give, or no, so yeah, so you give objects here, object dot, you type in a keyword called keys, and here you mention the name of your object. Let's suppose it is obj here. So how do you do it? You first of all type in a keyword called object, then dot keys, and then you present the name of your object. If I come here now, I will get all the keys that I have, that that are present in my object array. Object consists of properties of key value pair. Yes, so properties, I would not say, but it is a whole structure which is consisting of a key and a value pair. That's it, as simple as that. Okay, so this is how we print all the keys. If I want all the keys, answer, what if our values will be in number data type? We still have to use, no. If you want to use values, kuch nahi karna, store it somewhere. Let's suppose value equals to 10, and here do it like this, val. Now instead of string, it will this will be printed, what do you call it, 10 will be printed, less like this. You can have anything here, right? uh, uh, if like variable, just instead of this we use, yep. We separate it by this semicolon, not as, I think it's called a semicolon, right? Yeah, semicolon. On the left side is this, and this. Directly we, as we assign them to keys. You're saying this, you're saying like this. like this you are saying. हाँ, एक ही बात है. हाँ, it's called a colon, not a semicolon. Yep, my bad. ठीक है, got it now. It's called a column type. चलो, now let's move to conditions. ठीक है. अच्छा, what are conditions? क्या होती है conditions? Any got any idea? What do you mean by conditions? Right. Right. Anyone got any idea? What do you mean by conditions and what are conditions? Conditions in real life. It not even related to programming. So programming is comes later on. What first of all, what do you exactly mean by condition? True or false? Okay. So, or better way, runs a block of code if condition is true, right? Getting true or false output. All right. Anything else? Any better definition? Statement where we check anything. Mono says statement where we check anything. Anything तो नहीं कहूंगा. अगर बारिश होगी तो अम्ब्रेला लेकर. Yes, you can say that. Yeah, a condition is a statement that can either be true or false, and programmer can use conditions to trigger actions. Yep. Rightly said. Rightly said. A particular Amit Naveen rightly said. Amit says on a particular event if it is satisfied or not. Yep. Vinsad Ali, that is an example that you're giving. I'm asking a particularly what do you mean by condition? Yeah, I think most of you got it correctly, right? I think the best answer was with I think Naveen gave the best one. Okay, so it is nothing. A condition. It is an entry point to go throughout the correct logic. You can say. Okay, a condition. So conditions in real life maybe we know, right? What do you mean by conditions in real life? As simple as that. So that also we can do, right? A condition is nothing, but a condition is a true or false statement that a programmer uses to check multiple scenarios. SCEN. What is the spelling of scenario? Scenario. SCENAR. Right. To check multiple scenarios in the program, right? So it might be a case that let's suppose I am a developer, right? And I have certain cases. Let's suppose case 1, case 2, case 3, and I need to check whether which case is exactly correct, and corresponding to that case, I will get the desired output. Okay, the case can be anything. The case, let's suppose I have only 2 values, and if my first value is greater than the other value, then I need to perform some logic. Otherwise, I need to perform other logic. If I talk about a real life example, let's suppose you go to a login form. Let me open Facebook login. Facebook login. ठीक है. Now, so अरे यार मेरा अकाउंट खुल गया, ये तो शायद से just give me a second. Amazon login, Amazon Prime login. Let's suppose. ठीक है. This is the sign up page of Amazon. ठीक है. Now, if I click on this sign, this will open up a form, right? This will open up a form. Now, this has 2 conditions, right? Either I type something, blah blah blah, this, and I write some other password, right? The first condition is here, what you'll see now. The first condition is that if my ID as well as my email ID as well as my password, they both are incorrect, in that case, this will show a box that there was a problem. We cannot find an account with this email address, or let's suppose my email ID and password is incorrect. This is the case, right? This is a condition. Let's suppose I entered this condition and it happened. What if I entered my correct credentials? If I enter the correct credentials, it will redirect me to the home page of Amazon Prime. So example that I gave you was just to make you aware that what is the exactly use conditions in real life. How do we exactly use them? Either this will happen or that will happen. Okay. So how do we use it? We use something called as if else. Okay. If something happens, we mention the condition. Let's suppose if credentials are not valid. Okay. Then something will happen. CREDIAN. What happened to my spelling? Credentials. TE. Right. If my credentials are not valid, something will happen. Something has to happen. Right. Then let's suppose it will show. It will log. It will console.log log an error message. Okay. Error message could be anything. Okay. It could be anything related to your browser, related to your page that you want to show. Else, thanks Navi. Okay. Else, if they're valid, then I will log home page. Right. Home page of, let's suppose in that case, Amazon Prime. Okay. This is how it works internally. Then what happens? It's checked. Otherwise, it is not checked. Yeah. It is called authentication in simple words. Okay. So let me just come to VS Code. Okay. Let's just comment out this code. So told you right. I told you right. It needs to have conditions. So let me first declare some variables. Let's suppose var a equals to 10, var b equals to 20, and var c equals to 30. Now, the first condition that I mentioned here is how do you specify the condition? First thing is if and else. So you use if, then you use two round brackets, and inside those round brackets you mention the condition. What condition you want? Let's suppose this condition I want is a less than b. If a is less than b, right, then I have to perform some operations. Okay, perform some operations, right? Otherwise, if a is greater than b, then I also need to perform some operations. Okay, else, this is the else part. Else means if I do not encounter this, also if I do not encounter this, it will by default go in the else part. If and else. Else means if nothing is true from the above two cases, then it will land up in this page. Else perform some okay, else perform some operations. Chalo. Okay. Now let's come to the operation. So let's suppose if my a is less than b, I'll say console.log entered condition 1. Okay. If my a is greater than b, I'll say entered condition 2. Similarly, I'll say entered condition 3. Right? So I am naming it condition 1 for those who are getting confused. This is condition 1. This is condition 2, and this right here is condition 3. Okay. So now what will do? It'll compare 10 and 20. Then it'll compare 20 and 30. Then it will compare else and it will go into that part, right? So if a is less than b, obviously 10 is less than 20, right? So it should print this entered condition 1. Otherwise it should print this, else it should print that. Now let's see what do we get in the result. And here we have entered condition. Acha, else may, why is it coming to else? Because it will always be executed, right? Else if and else. Yes. Okay. Now you see what has happened. It has only entered condition number 1 because for obvious reasons, right? Now if I do the opposite way, now let's suppose if my a is 40. Okay. Now what do you think? What would be the answer in this case? Either what will it be? Whether it will be condition 1, condition 2, or condition 3. Tell me. This is the code that you have. Let me remove some extra spaces. Right. So what in this case would be the output? Will it be condition 1? Will it be condition 2? Or will it be condition 3? Anyone in the chat box? Okay. Kanav says condition 2. Naveen says condition 1. Pal says condition 2. What about others? Narendra says condition 2. Saurabh 2. Easiest way 1. Naveen 2. ठीक है. Narendra says 2. Amit says 2. Easiest way says 2. Girish says 2. अच्छा पहले किसका how who all said 1 first? Naveen man, why do you think that 40 is less than 20? Are you sure? Easiest way, what about easiest way? You also said 1 in the initial part, right? Obviously my 40 is greater than 20, right? So it'll enter condition 2. ठीक है. अच्छा, now tell me this part. Now tell me this. What will happen in this case? ठीक है. What will happen in this case? I want the output. What will happen in this case? Kanav says condition 3. Okay. What about others? What about others? Narendra says condition 1. Okay. Narendra says condition 1. Prakash says condition 3. Irevat says condition 3. Okay. Condition 3. Condition 3. Amit 3, 3, 3, 3. ठीक है. तो obviously देखो 3 variables and all of the variables have same value. Okay, so it'll check condition 1. If 40 is less than 40, is it? It is not. So it will skip this part. It will come to condition 2. Is 40 greater than 40? No. It will skip this part. Else, I told you, right? If both the condition are not met, it will just come to else part and it will just print out this. Now, whatever part is there in else, it will just be executed. So here I'll get entered condition 3. As simple as that. Acha. Now tell me the output. A is not equal to B. No, this means not equal to, right? So now tell me the answer. Now what will be the answer? Anyone? Let's see who gets this one correct. It's a bit tricky. Let's see who is able to get this one. What will be the output in this case? Anyone? Anyone? What would be the answer? Okay, Grish has an answer. ठीक है, what about others? Nothing will happen, nothing will happen. Fall out of if block. Okay, okay. What about others? Easiest way says nothing, developer says nothing, Naveen nothing, Prajapati nothing, Utpal nothing, YouTube says undefined. Okay, I have a different answer, right? Great. Grace says if condition printed. Amit Sharma, Amit Sharma, answer क्या है? Okay, nothing you meant. Else must be declared. ठीक है. So देखो, what will happen in this case? It will check condition 1, not true. Condition 2, not true. Condition 3, A is not equal to B. Is 40 not equal to 40? Is it true or false? It's false. It will not enter here. After this, it will fall out of if block. It hasn't encountered any console. So nothing will be printed in my browser. As simple as that. Okay. I will not get undefined. I will not get error. I will, because there is nothing to give me an error, right? There's no error in my code. It's just that none of the conditions have been met. So that's why nothing will be printed. As simple as that, right? It's just simple logic. ठीक है? Right. What if you have to take value from a user? So for that, Harsh, I'll be coming to that. For that, we use a keyword called as prompt. So we will be coming to that. Okay. In the also, let me mention in the topics. Taking values from the user. For this, we use a prompt keyword, by the way, for those of you who don't know. ठीक है? Now, उसके बाद there's also a so as related to conditions, right? Now we also have operators. These are also related to conditions, operators. Okay. There are majorly three categories of operators. First we have is the arithmetic ones. Okay. So first is the arithmetic one, which consists of plus, consists of minus, and percent, division. उसके बाद that's it. I think that's it. So division, multiplication, and also increment. So this is same as plus one, but yeah, this is also considered in arithmetic operators. Once in arithmetic operators. Okay, these are arithmetic operators. Now, yes, switch is also used. We'll be covering switch as well, don't worry, right? Okay, arithmetic operators. Now, let's quickly see an example. Let me comment out this part. Right. Okay. पहला है, first we have is modulo. First we have is plus. So it's very simple, just like you do it in any other language. Var a equals to 1, var b equals to 2. Okay, var c equals to a plus b. And if I log this out, it will just give me the addition. As simple as that. So here I have 3 as the answer. Okay. I'm just covering up quickly because I think that's the easiest part in the JS. But still, if you have any doubts, do let me know, right? Do let me know, right? This is the what do you call increment plus uh, plus operator. Yeah, plus operator. So we have here is plus operator. Okay. Similar to plus, we also have a minus operator. Okay. It's also same. It's also same. Let me copy of the same part. Let me paste it here. Okay. After that, instead of a plus b, let it be a minus b. Okay. Now, what do you expect the result to be? What do you expect the result to be? Tell me. It will be 1 minus 2. That will be negative of 1. Right? Negative of 1. As simple as that. After that, we have a modulo. Now, this might be interesting. This is a modulo operator. Now, this is very interesting. Let's suppose I have another where let's suppose d equals to 10 or 20 and where e equals to 2. Okay. Now, what I have, right? I have, let's suppose, another where f, which is d modulo e. Okay. It is d modulo e. And now I console my where. Okay. Now, what do you think would be the output of this one? What do you think would be the output that I'll get here in this case? If you guys know what is modulo, then go ahead and give the answer. Otherwise, I'll be explaining. 0. Naveen says 0. Utpal says 10. Amit says 10. Binshad says 0. I have a mix of responses. Yes, Kanav. But what would be the output there? Okay, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's 0. Okay. For those of you who don't know, what does it do? So modulo operator just returns a remainder. REMAIN. Okay. It will just return a remainder. So in this case, 20 modulo 2. Okay. What will it give me? It will divide 20 by 2, and whatever remainder is there, it will give me that one. So let's suppose if I have 20 modulo 3, right? In this case, the remainder is 2, right? So it gave me 2. As simple as that. Because 3 6 is 18, and if I divide it by 2, I'll have 2 as a remainder. Okay. No, easiest way, %, is not used for that. % is used to convert any string into that number. That's okay. This is the modulo operator. After that, we have a division operator. So this is also very simple. Division operator, right? So what happens with this part? Let me copy out this code as only. Okay, let me comment out. Let me just copy this and let me just comment. Okay, let me just comment this. Okay, a divide by b. So kuch nahi kar raha, it will just divide. It will just divide the number. So here I have 0.5. No, not 0. Developer, not 0, because right, I told you, right? War is a JS is a Lucy type language, so it will just print 0.5 instead of a 0. That's it. No, if you want to take it from the user, so you have to use prompt for that, right? You accept 2 values, and then you'll be able to do that. Sir, why are we getting output in the console on every operation and not on web page, even though JS and HTML? So Durga, it does not happen this way. So in order to show it in the browser, there are certain ways that you have to follow. Then only it will be happening, right? So JS is I told you, right, on the first day itself, that JS is a programming language. So what is the programming language? It takes an input, processes it, and gives you the result. Result where? Result in the console, just like any other programming language, right? I'm not denying that it is not there. So if we are using C++, Java, it is not possible to show it in the browser. But if you are using GS, it is very much possible to show it in the browser, but there's some way to that. You cannot do it like this. I hope I answered your question, right? Yes. Chalo. ठीक है. Let me comment out this. A difference between this. I don't. Wait. So this stands for division. I don't know what is this for. Right? Yeah, it's no operator. Yes. So for that, yeah, we use inner.html, but yeah, for that we are not touching it for now. We'll do it that later. I don't want others to get confused. That's it. चलो ठीक है, ये तो हो गया this and after this we'll quickly copy it and do it like this. This is a increment operator, right? So I have a variable, and let's suppose I do this b c equals to b plus plus and console.log c. So the answer would obviously be 2. Why 2? Because it is a I'll tell you. First of all, I'm doing this, right? And second is I'm doing this. Now it will be 3, right? So this is another concept that is called post increment, CREMENT, versus pre increment. Yeah, it is very simple. So what does post increment do? Okay, so it is very simple. It will increase the value after it has been fully declared, I can say. Okay, but whereas we have a pre-increment operation. This operation, it will increase or decrease, anything can happen, right? Increase the value before it has been fully declared. It has and as well it has been assigned to any variable. ठीक है, यहाँ पे also it has been fully declared and assigned to any. ठीक है, pre increment and post increment. ठीक है, now I'll quickly come to the example, right? And I will come here. ठीक है, so remember I told you if I do B, I'll get the answer as B because B in B variable I have a number that is B. But if I do B plus plus, right, and I'll show you one more interesting thing. Acha, first of all, I want you guys to guess the answer. Okay, I want you guys to guess me the answer for this one. I have a variable A I have a variable b. I do var c equals to b plus plus, then I do console.log b and I do console.log c. Let's see who gets this one correct. I need answer to both the values. I need answer to both the values. Acha, now answer. Ab answer karo in the same line. Answer in the same line. What would be the answer for this one? Okay. Okay. Raj says 2 3, Krish 2 3, Naveen 2, Durga 2 3, Tejas 2 3, Binshad 3, Raj 2 3, Arpit 2 3, Kanav says 2 and 2. Okay. Developer says 2 and 3, Utpal says 2 and 3. Any other answers? Amit Sharma says 2 and 3. Chalo, I have an answer from Nadish. He says 3 and 2. Okay. Kamrendra says 3 1. Prajapati says 2 2. Jatin 2 3. Pooja says 2 2. Raj 2 3. Shraddha 2 3. Kanav says 3 2. चलो फाइनल कर दे लॉक. Shall we lock it now? ठीक है. I have an answer as 3 2. ठीक है. Initially majority of you were wrong. Everyone said 2 3 2 3 2 3, right? But what is happening? I have a variable a. I have a variable b. Okay, and this c has a variable of b plus plus, and this is a post increment. That means the value will be assigned after its full declaration. This has not been declared fully, and this plus plus after my b has been mentioned. So it will take the value of b only before increasing it, because it is increasing afterwards, not before. Okay, but when I console.log this, okay, b, because b has incremented, right? B has already incremented, but c on the other hand, it has the old value of b that was there on line number 76. Got it? That is the only reason why I have 3 in the first case, that is the value of b, and I have 2 in the second case, that is the value of c. Okay, clear on this part, guys? Yes or no? Is it clear, or do you want me to explain it in some other way? Is it clear? Yes or no? Is it clear? ग्रेस को क्लियर है, राज को क्लियर नहीं है. ओके, राज इज नॉट क्लियर. और व्हाट अदर्स? नवीन क्लियर. अर्पित सेज नो. नरेंद्र रिपीट. ठीक है, आई रिपीट. व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? क्लियर. उत्पल सेज क्लियर. अच्छा, राज क्लियर. पूजा सेज क्लियर. ईसीएस क्लियर. Can you show the output? So the output is here, right? I am showing the output. It's 3 2. The output is 3 2. अच्छा, clear है, right? Amit, okay. I think सबका everyone is clear now. चलो ठीक है. After this we have an सर मतलब पहले वैल्यू. Yes. Okay. Yes, exactly, Kanav, exactly. अरे चलो, I'll explain it again quickly. So what is happening is, I have a variable c that is b plus plus, and b plus plus is a post increment, right? What do you mean by post increment is that it will be incremented after it has been assigned a value. So in this case, initially var c is assigned b plus plus. At the time of it assignment, it will only have the value of b, because at the time of assignment it is b itself. Whereas afterwards I am increasing it because it is a post increment. That is why it is increasing after my c has already the value of b, and after that it is increasing. But the value of b, right, the value of b has increased because it is the same container. That is why b is giving the output as 3 and c is giving the output as 2. Okay, as simple as that. Now we have also have a decrement operator. Okay. What does it do? Let's suppose I have a case here. Take now I do this. Before that, I want you guys to guess the output for this one. So, guess the output for this piece of code, and then tell me what will be the answer according to you. Now, remember, this is not a post increment; it is a pre increment. It can be a tricky one, so answer very carefully. And so, also one thing: once you answer, you cannot change your answer. I'll be noting down who are changing the answers and not. Naveen 1-1. Okay. But what others? Navadish, easiest way. Prajapati, Raj, Krish, Kanav, Revant. Okay. Okay. Abdullah. Okay. Others. Guys, I want some more answers. Come on. Yeah, Krish, I'll do that. First of all, please answer this one. Kanav, I said you cannot change your answer now. Kutpal, Narendra. Okay. Okay. What about others? That's it. Out of all the strength, I only have received 10 to 15 responses. What about others? Are they sleeping? Pradeep 2-1. What about others? Prajapati, Jatin. Chalo, ठीक है. I'll show you that. Shall I view? Okay. Here it is 1-1. Most of you were incorrect. Most of you were incorrect. Now everyone will say 1-1 because you know the answer now. Okay. So I'll tell you. देखो, why 1-1? Please follow with me, right? I'll copy this piece of code, and for those of you who was not clear on this part, I'll explain it via the examples. Now it will be clear. I have this piece of code. Okay. Here is the code that I have. Now it has 3 variables, right? 3 variables. Let's suppose this is variable A. I told you right, variables are containers. So I'm making a container. This is variable A. Okay. Similarly, this is variable B. And similarly, this is variable 3. Right? So A, B, and C. ठीक है. देखो, अब initially, right? A had a value of 1. B had a value of 2. Okay, and C is empty because C is not yet declared. Okay. Now, I come to this line. I declare a variable, right? The variable has been declared. Now I do minus B. What does minus do? It is a pre-decrement operator, right? It will decrease it first and then it will come to the value. So as soon as it does minus B, what is the value of B? It is 2. Minus B will minus B means it will decrease the value by 1. So I'll have C1. Okay. And when it did minus B, obviously, so this B container also will get a -1 value. because I am at the end of the day I'm decreasing the operator, right? I'm decreasing the whole variable, this variable as well as this variable. So initially it was 2, but when I decremented it, it became 1. So that's why you got the answer. You got the answer here as my 1 and 1. Okay, 1 and 1. I hope it's clear now, right? How is it working, and what is the difference between pre and post operator, post increment, right? Clear hai? Is it clear now? Is it clear now? Yes or no? Kanav clear hai? Prajapati, Naveen. Okay. What about others? Is it clear? Clear, right? Shall I move ahead? Acha. Where A is 1, where B is 2, where C is where C is minus B plus A. Okay, minus B is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. I think the answer would be 2, Raj. Just check once. Thanks, Adipati. I was thinking reverse. Most welcome, Utpal. Thanks, Naveen. Thanks. Yeah. So that was all about pre and post. I think now you'll not get confused ever between pre and post increment. Oh, chalo. Do you guys want to take a break for 5 minutes? Let me drink some water and things like that. Jatin. Okay, clear, right? I think it's clear for everyone now. Okay. Okay. Do you want to take a break for 5 minutes? Yeah, three. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's take a break 5 minutes or 3 minutes, and let's get back after that, right? In the meanwhile, you also drink water, and if you want to eat some snacks, and go ahead, and then we'll continue. Arey, why 30 minutes? Chalo, let it happen, and let me grab some water and then come. Yep, we are back. So, yeah, ठीक है. Yeah, guys. So, in the meanwhile, so market attendance. I'll tell you. So this is how you market attendance. Let's have to go to LetsUpgrade.in, right? And after going to this website, just sign in first. So it is very important for you to market attendance because then only you'll get the certificate, right? Otherwise, you won't be eligible for certificates. In this, go to my programs and go to this one, right? JavaScript Essentials. I think this is not there. I think I have to enroll first. So if I go to programs, if I come, yeah, Java Essential program. If I click on this, and first you have to enroll, like, so you have to click on this program and you have to click on enroll now. After you have successfully enrolled, click on start learning, right? And this is the div you will see here, right? Once you click here, this is the page that you'll be landed. Okay, so you have to mark your attendance first of all. Let's suppose you want to mark it at today's attendance, so I'll request you to Navdesh, now try. I think now it is available. So you have to mark that attendance and fill in the details, 9 or 10 as you want, which course are you more interested in, any feedbacks you want to provide, and this is how you submit the attendance. Okay. And with this, if you refresh, you can see the progress bar. It will be increased, right? It will be increased, right? So this is how you do it. And if you click on the assignment as well, so this is a kind of an assignment you'll have. You have to complete this assignment also in order to get the grades, right? So this is how you do market attendance. And this is where you I think someone was asking in the beginning, how do we see the assignment. So you have to click on this button, view and submit the assignment, and as soon as I click on this button, the assignment will be viewed, and you have to submit the GitHub link, provide some details that with it. As simple as that. Okay. Pinchad, if you're talking about this bootcamp, so it will be of 3 days. Day one has already happened. This is day 2, and tomorrow will be day 3. All right. And apart from the boot camp, so if you want to enroll in the main courses, right? So what will be the difference between this boot camp and the main course is that the main course will cover each and every topic in depth, okay, with projects and with mentorship, with guidance, okay. Plus the most important part is that it will give you a placement assurity, right? So you can explore more from here, okay. 100% placement of surety. And if you are concerned about and they also have development courses, but for now I think they're not there. They'll be coming soon. For now we only have Java and C++. If you enroll now, if you want to enroll, and the fees is around 5,900 if you want to take. Okay, this is how you, and if you want to go get some more details, you can get it from here as well, right? 100+ problems, mock interviews, placement surety, right? 180 hours, 120 hours plus of expert developers and things like that. Yeah, Pinsha, this bootcamp is for 3 days, right? So that's it. That was all about this part, and let's now continue. Okay. All right. Now, after this, right? After this, we have a thing called as, so these are arithmetic operators, right? So now we have comparison, comparison, comparison. I think is the spelling wrong. comparison. Let me see the spelling of comparison. Oh, COMPARIS. What happened to my spelling? Right. So comparison operators. Okay. So in this type of operators, you have things like double equal to, triple equal to. Most important part, right? You have not equal to, you have not triple equal to, you have greater than equal to, you have less than equal to, and you have greater than, and you have less than. These all things are there that you have. Okay. I think yes, Nizam will do the project on. We'll do a project tomorrow. It is planned. Chalo, okay. Now after this, let's see an example. Let me take a variable var simple var a equals to 10, var b equals to 20. Now, if I were to do this, if a equal to b log equal, okay, else log not equal. Okay, देखो, it's very simple. I just only have two values, and for now I'm only using a double equal to operator. Okay, let me do it 10. For now, I'm only using a double equal to operator, not a triple equal to operator here. Okay. So what do you think would be the answer for this one? Will they be equal or will they be not equal? Right? It's very simple, right? It's we have been doing since a childhood. I have two values. I'm comparing those both. So what according to you, what do you think that would be the values in this part? Whether they will be equal or not equal? Okay, equal, right? So it's understood, right? The values would be equal. So I have an equal to here because this is an equal to operator. As simple as that. Now I just made a quick change. I did it like this now. Okay. Now I want to guess with the output with. So remember, I wanted to guess the output with proper explanation. That why do you think this is the answer? I don't want answers blindly, right? Answers with proper reason. Why do you think this would be? If we are giving an answer, why and what? Okay, Utpal says equal. Okay. What about others? What about others? I only have one response. I know it's tricky, but not that tricky. Triple equal to, because it's not taking data type. Okay. Not path permer says not equal. Okay. Not equal because the first one is number, the other is string. Okay. Uh, okay. What about others? Only 5 responses so far. Chalo, okay. I'll tell you. I think most of you are confused. First, I'll show you the output, right? This is equal. Okay. Why is it equal? Because for obvious reasons. Just give me a second. I just have an else if condition here. console.log not equal. ठीक है. Now what I'll do, I'll just remove this part from here. ठीक है. Or now let's do one thing. Let's have triple equal to here. And like this. Why is it again coming like this? Yep. Okay. Right. It's entering the same value. So I want you to do one thing. I just will remove this part. I'll just say if a triple equal to b log equal, else if, और इसे भी छोड़ो, if a equal to b, if a equal to b log both conditions. ठीक है. And this is only a single condition. Single condition. ठीक है. Now so this here is triple equal to and this here is double equal to. ठीक है. Ideally what should have happened? It will compare 10 and this 10, right? If it is equal, if it is triple equal, I'll tell you difference. If it is triple equal, it will say single condition. That means it will only enter this part. Now, if it is also double equal, it will enter both conditions. So now if I show the output, it will say both conditions. Okay, I'll tell you the reason. Okay. So I have here, this is very important for interview point of view, right? Double equal to versus triple equal to. Okay. Difference क्या देखो? First one is double equal to only number, not the data type, whereas triple equal to compares the number as well as the data type. Okay. What do I mean by that? Let's suppose I have a variable var a equals to 10. I have another variable var b equals to var b equals to 10. ठीक है. अब देखो, this is a string and this is a number. ठीक है. If I mention double equal to, if I mention double equal to, it will only compare the number. That means it will see this is a 10, very good. This is a 10, very good. It will be true. Now this triple equal to will also compare the data type. It will see if this is 10, right? And what is the data type of this number? What is the data type of this number? It is a number, right? And this right here we have a string. This right here we have a string. As simple as that. Okay. So obviously, if I come here and if I compare this, is a number equal to a string? No, right? No, it will skip this part. It will not come here. Whereas, is a number is 10 equal to 10? I'm not comparing the data type. I'm just comparing the number. These both are equal. So that is the only reason why it has entered both conditions and not a single condition. Okay, got it? Triple equal to will compare the data type as well, whereas double equal to will not compare the data type. It will only compare what is the content, what is the digit, and what is the number. That's it. That is the simple and the most cleanest expression that I can give you. ठीक है? Clear है? What is the difference between double equal to and triple equal to? That is why I'll show you the output. It is entering both conditions. Okay, or let me rename the condition. Condition 1, and this here is condition 2. ठीक है? Guys, yes or no? Is the difference between double equal to and a triple equal to operator clear? Because it is very important from interview point of view. That is why I'm very much focusing on that part. It should be clear, right? Otherwise it might create some problems if the base is not clear. So again, asking if it is clear, do let me know. Otherwise also do let me know. I'll explain it again. I don't care about the time. I'll explain it. Clear hai? Yes or no? Utpal clear, Naveen clear. What about others? What about others? Is it clear or not? Typecasting, I'll tell you. But for now, just answer that this part is clear or not. Narendra says clear. Okay. What about others? Only 4 responses till. Okay. Kanav says clear. Pradeep clear. Revant clear. Binshad clear. What about others? Kanav clear. Now I see a good response. Great. Neeraj also clear. Okay. So the point being is it is very important and very much asked in the interviews. That is why it is used. Okay. Use 10 and 10. So if I use 10 and 10, obviously both will be printed, right? Because it will triple equal to will compare both, but double equal to will only compare one. Right? So now let's move ahead. Okay. Now we have this part. Okay. Not equal to be same. So not equal to the opposite, right? If in the same code I do not equal to here and a not equal to here, then the conditions will be reversed, and instead of condition 2, condition 1 will be printed. Okay. This simply means not equal to. Earlier it was equal to, this time it is not equal to. As simple as that. Okay. After that, again very simple, we have a greater than sign. So where a equals to 10, where b equals to 20. Okay. And now if a is less than b, right? This is a comparison operator. Log, I think we have already done this before. Log a is less, else log b is less. Okay. So here I'll get a is less because it is just comparing the values. Okay. It is just comparing which values will I get. Acha. Conceptual question. Now what do you think would be the answer? Will it be a is less or will it be b is less? क्या लगता है क्या आंसर होगा? This is a, by the way, this is a comparison operator. It will compare the values, right? And it will give true or false based on the comparison. क्या लगता है? What will be the answer? A is less. A is less. Okay. Okay. If block. Okay. चलो ठीक है. Yeah. ठीक है. Why? Because it is only comparing the numbers. That's it. ठीक है. After that. अच्छा. Now tell me. Now tell me the answer. It will be b is less, otherwise b is not less because it other condition. ठीक है. Other condition. Okay. In this case, is a less than b? No, it is equal. That is why I have this condition, other condition. So here, if I go here, it will say other condition. Yep. Okay. Acha. Now what about this? What about this now? Now what will be the answer? Now also other condition. Okay. 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 Yep. Hmm. Yes. So now the if block will be executed. Okay. This means both less than this means both less than and equal to, right? So it will compare, it will check both the cases, either it is less or it is equal, right? And as per that it will give you the desired result. Okay. uh Acha. What about now? What about now? What about now? A is less if, अच्छा ठीक है, अब बताओ, अब तो आपको दिख गया एरर आ रहा है यहाँ पे. This VS Code is very clever. It will tell you that it is not possible to do this. Okay, yes. So in this case, it will also tell that A is less. As simple as that. Right? So let me copy out this part from here. Mhm. Let me paste it here. Okay. I think some of you wanted. Do you guys want the presentation, these notes and this code itself? Do you guys want it? I think someone was asking for that. I forgot his name. If you want it, then do let me know. Yes, Chiranjeevi, we have a ternary operator as well. Huh. So, okay. So do you guys want these notes? Can I have the code? Yeah, code is easy. Code is I'll upload to GitHub and I will push it. But I'm very much concerned about how should I give this file, because this is a very huge, not a huge file. This is a decent size file, and I'm not sure how do I share it with you. Could just give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. All right. So okay. Yes. So I had a word with the person concerned. So I'll share a link. I'll share a link after this class, and then they will then share the link. They'll share the link either on Telegram or WhatsApp, any of the platforms, right? Because it has. I'm not sharing this link because it also has some other links as well attached to it, and I don't want you to get confused. So that's why I'll copy today's and to yesterday's and tomorrow's yesterday's and today's notes in a separate file, and then I'll share that link with you guys. Okay, I think that would work. PPT. Yep. If I do it on a zip file, Naveen, that will get a huge because it can become a huge file, right? So instead of that, I can just give you a link, and that link would be viewed all over the browser, and you can open it in your phones as well. No issues with that. And as far as the code is concerned, I'll just upload the code to GitHub, and I will push the code and I'll give you. Okay. Uh, okay. I'll push this code. Acha, or do one thing. This code, if you want, go to codeshare.io /abc. Okay. And on this website, I'll give you today's code. Notes I'll be giving to the team, and they'll hand it over to you. But for the code part, just come onto this website, and I'm pasting the whole. Uh, just a second. Yep, and I'm pasting the whole code here. Okay, and I'll share the link in the description box itself. Just give me a second. I'll tell the team to share this code. All right. Okay. Okay. So you can also go on this link, and you can just browse it, and you'll also get this link in the description box in some time, and from there also you can view it, right? Chalo. Now with that being said, okay, let's move to the other part. Okay. All right, so let me come to the other topics as well. So I think we have done greater than or equal to. Yeah, I think yeah, greater than is remaining. So this is also very simple. If I come here, if I come on to this part, no issues, Naveen, no issues. Okay. Now if I come to this part, right, in this case, as expected, my A, is it greater than B? No, right? In this case, it will say other condition. So if I come over here, it simply says other condition, As simple as that, right? That is the beauty. So, and if I do less than equal to, if I do 10, then it will come here. Yeah. Now I have a question for you all. Last question of the day. So let me comment out this part and let me make some variables and let's see who get this one correct. I have a variable. Let's suppose a, which is equal to 10. I have a var b, which is also equal to 10. I have a var c, which is also equal to 10, but this time it is equal to a string 10. Okay. Now I have a condition. If a equal to b, okay, I'll say log enter condition 1. Okay. And if a triple equal to b, I'll say console.log enter condition 2. Okay. Else I'll come to else if if. Okay. Now see, a equal to triple equal to c. Now this will say console.log enter condition 3. Okay. Now I want you guys to guess the output for this one. Yeah, this is covering all the concepts that we have done till far, and it will also be able to check whether you have understood today's lecture or not. Okay. First and second logs. Okay. Utpal says first and second. Naveen says first and second. What about others? What about others? Hmm? Okay. Okay. Right. Shah, Narendra, Navdeep, Kanav. Okay. Okay. So let's come to the part. It says enter condition 1 and enter condition 2. Why enter condition 1? Because it'll check first if is if a is equal to b. Yes, it is. So now it is entering condition number 1. Okay. As simple as that. And if condition number 2, if a is triple equal to b, is it right? Because I told you, right, triple equal to confirm, triple equal to compares both the things, both the number part and as well as which part, as well as as well as the data type part. So it is comparing the number part. If it is equal, it is coming to console.log 2. Now the most trickiest part was this of triple equal to. If a triple equal to c, if it is equal, then it will only enter condition 3, but it is not, because it will compare the data type. String and a number are not equal. That is the only reason why it is not entering condition number 3. ठीक है? Clear है? I think most of you got it correct. I think all of you got it correct, though those of you who answered it. Yeah, that is the whole reason for explaining both condition 1 as well as condition 2. All right. Right. So guys, is it clear? Is the output clear to you? Right. Yes. ठीक है. So ठीक है. That was all for today's lecture, right? Today's part. If right? So tomorrow will be covering functions, and we'll be doing a small project related to DOM. We'll be covering functions, DOM, and a project. So tomorrow is the most interesting and the most what do you say, most interesting and the most trickiest part of the boot camp, right? We'll be covering a great project. It will be based upon form validation. Yes, you'll get to learn how do you access the DOM, or how to use class ID selectors and things like that, and we'll be working on a good project, right? But before that, you need to cover the DOM part as well, so that also we'll cover, and we'll be working on a good project, right? Okay. Looping also tomorrow. And loop is, I think, a 5 to 10 minutes topic. It won't take that much of time. Developer the project is about form validation or authentication, you can say. Okay. Chalo, okay. With that being said, take care. Good night, everyone. I'll take your leave, and we'll meet tomorrow at the same time, right? Bye.